Who guesses correctly will win a redeemable in-game code. Remember, keep an eye out for the poll.
Baby D, black and yellow battle day. I came up with it, but I keep forgetting it. Let's go into the game now, and let's see if AP BREN will actually get that sweet early to mid game that the index is showing they will have.
This is a very good combination coming in from AP BREN in terms of mobility. I wouldn't be surprised if like they pick it up in terms of the emblems to just go for the extra movement speed because they do have that already. So they'll try to prioritize their emblems more on the damage setup right now. But we're starting to see that, you know, they're just starting to build up a lot of those kinds of transitions, especially into the Little Wanderer, which AP BREN will be able to get.
Who will get a higher KD in this game? Ryzen or Kyle TZ? Comment your answer in the live stream chat with a hashtag SmartPowers MPL-S12. And this is what we're talking about. Early to mid AP BREN, yes, but this is what you always look out for when you are playing up against a Kufra, a Martis, is that you just make sure that the Martis doesn't get the snowball. Any weird things about the emblems you guys notice?
I mean, in terms of like the emblems, you have the triple tenacity, especially for the Brody. You got that as well with the assassin talent being picked up by the Brody in itself. So he's really going to deal a ton of damage, but at the same time try to sustain as much. Although Kyle TZ not so much.
Kyle TZ, nice knock up there. Can they convert into a kill? First blood for Kyle TZ, putting AP BREN on the board. It looked dire there for a second, and they turn it around. Great entry there once again from Ogwen.
It looked good for ONIC when they came in, but then they have to consider that unless they see or unless they know where the Kadita is, they really have to count their abilities in their entries hands.
This is what was what Naisu was mentioning a while ago, right? You have the Mystic Gush, you also have the extra first skill that was available for them. So in terms of like the knockup coming in from Ogwen with the use of his Kadita, yes, he's not a squishy hero, or he's not a very tanky hero, but he can at least set up from a mile away, and that is what ONIC needs to worry about, as the turtle is already spawned.
Alright, they're both jockeying for position right now. No one with a clear advantage, but you have to watch out for the level 4 Cram there. He can just disrupt the attempt of AP BREN anytime with a well-timed flicker penalty zone if he wants to. But Flap TZ actually already half a level in the lead, so that Paquita will have the damage.
Yeah, both of them lining up here. No one claiming that they want to actually give this one a go just yet, but looks like they'll finally commit here. Got to watch out for the initiation. Stun going to come through. Cram looking for an entry as well. It's going to be taken by Ryzen. So already they're going to be finding it out. They just disengaged though. So ONIC Philippines comes in. Happy with the majority of the damage being taken from AP BREN. They get the turtle.
That was great transition coming in from ONIC Philippines. They knew that they had the Netherrealm on their side, so they were very much willing to exhaust all of their resources as they were able to get the very first turtle of the game. AP BREN, the answer is to just continue to try and get more in terms of like the jungle creeps, because basically we do have the Baksha who already has 1 kill, and it's very much effective for him to just roam around the map, try to get rotations, you know, starve Ryzen from getting more objectives on his own, especially now that he already has 1 death. So Kyle TZ a little bit ahead.
Yeah, and look at AP BREN. They're going to be going for an aggressive rotation between 2 members of ONIC. Actually, Kyle TZ, his Retribution did not go off cooldown. That means, I'm not sure if he missed it, or maybe he was just slightly out of range with the turtle, or he didn't expect that ONIC will suddenly just bring the damage onto the turtle, so that Ryzen will be in the threshold to Retribution in a way. A little bit of a, well, let's just say that was a good play by ONIC for getting the first turtle.
Reminds me too, you know, going back, we took a glimpse at really the breakdown there, the turtle take specifically, or the turtle control.
Yep.
That's kind of what ONIC Philippines needed to do, right? They were able to secure that one for themselves. Hopefully they can continue on that path. AP BREN's, for the most part though, really will be looking to grab some of these kills early on if they can, right? They need to be able to scale up pretty well, especially having this double mage lineup. They're going to be looking for it here. Getting Netherrealm out. Could be in trouble. Rapidu going to take some damage. There's a Mystic Gush. He has to flicker out, though. They couldn't get the kill they're looking for. Response still going to come through. Ryzen going to be in trouble now. Has to get away. Can he do it? Couple shots away. Ooh. Kill goes over to Few. Finally, looking for more in the mid lane. And they're happy with that for now.
The question was if they can withstand the Netherrealm. And the answer is absolutely. That was a very masterful play coming in from AP BREN, because they knew that they had to just exhaust they had to exhaust the Netherrealm first and then deal a ton of damage from there. Good saving coming in from Ogwen, because he actually managed to save the second skill of the Kadita before the Netherrealm was popped off. And then once the Netherrealm was gone, he used the second skill, and then it was AP BREN, Super Marco going in with the extra basic attack, and from there, it was that Demon Hunter sword that really helped him to secure the kill because of the attack speed that it possesses.
It looks like sometimes ONIC are a little bit too eager to start fighting this early on. Again, AP BREN, this is their window in this early game. ONIC should really just try to farm up more as AP BREN go for an invade.
He got it too.
Yeah,
Wow.
he took it right from Ryzen. Now Ryzen going to be in trouble. Ogun again!
Oh!
Gets him with the rough waves. Converting another kill here for AP BREN. Kyle
Here we
TZ charging
go.
up there. They also still have to watch out for Few. He does have that ultimate available as they now focus on Rapidu. Mystic Gush going to come through and paired with it. Gets the Nether Realm. They're going to rage into the walls. Rapidu will fall. Here comes Cram, though, as he's looking for more. Nets coming in to Profit as well. They're trying to turn it around here. Blazing Duo to push them back. Nets trying to get under the safety of the turret. Survives with one sliver of health. And now Flap on the run. Quite messy there for AP BREN.
Initially, they were very confident in going to the purple buff because they knew that it was Pyramus and Gufra who could deal damage from all of those guys. And then it reached the point wherein they kind of overstayed.
Yeah,
Few and Ogun went down because of the fact that they no longer had any skills. The Rough Waves was already committed by Ogwen upon taking down Rapidut. Rapidut managed to stay alive for like a little bit more seconds before he was taken out by the other members of AP BREN.
Yeah.
Well, technically now AP BREN still holds like a significant amount of gold lead, but they need to be wary and take control before this happens, right? ONIC gets their scaling and they get the first turret of the game.
All right, ONIC meeting their timers perfectly in terms of getting their gold laner out, getting that scale. Oh, in the mid, Cram!
Yeah. Cram, wow, with a huge Nether Realm save. In what looked like it should have been a sure kill. That's why they have that fairness there with them. Now, third turtle of the game is up. Both junglers having one apiece here. They're going to want to battle this one out.
This is now Kyle TC. This is going to be the estimate of what he can do. Meanwhile, Few and the others are just trying to zone them out, and it seems like it's going to be uncontested.
Yeah, good call by ONIC. If they contested that anymore, it'll be way too much for them to handle. Who's going to get this purple buff? Kyle TC? No, it's still going to go to the hands of Ryzen.
Safe.
Safe.
Well, mind you, man. I mean, right now, it's like AP BREN just trying to control a bunch of the objectives, and you know, ONIC is trying to make the necessary plays available to get themselves back in this game. However, AP BREN is always manning or putting at least a +1 up on their situation. Once they got the turtle, they also got the turret in exchange. In case, you know, ONIC tries to go for the engage, that's the time where they take the kills. But if there's going to be no engage whatsoever, that's the opportunity for them to basically get the turret. So they have option A and option B. Very well orchestrated for the side of AP BREN.
ONIC right now, let's see what wins they could get from Mata here. Again, if they time things right, they should be able to fight. They just have to watch out for Super Marco. They can bait out abilities from Ogwen, Few. Then that changes the focus of team fights. Now you have to look for the late entry of Flap TZ. And of course, the late entry of Super Marco is Claude, who we know will be the only key figure of sustained, no, not only, but alongside the Paquito, the key figure of sustained team fights for AP BREN. Item update, Hans. Is it really just looking good for AP BREN, or does ONIC have something up their sleeve?
I mean, they do already have the 2 items coming in from Nets, in which it will really play a lot. And right now, it's showcased on screen. Killing Spree as, of course, the assassin talent that he possesses 2-0-0. So he's really doing a pretty good job staying out of fights and going into fights whenever he's needed.
Yeah, and we got to see earlier in that one fight for the purple buff where ONIC turned it around. As long as Nets can free hit, he's good. So if he has the items, that's good news.
Okay, they already got the Nether Realm out too. You guys talking about items here. Another big one picked up for Nets.
Oh!
Cram in trouble. Can't survive that one. You see, just even without, when that Nether Realm is down, that's where you see AP BREN playing around it. And that time it worked, but now still a lot of focus here, even in the mid lane. Want to utilize Nets. Rapidu going to take a little bit of damage, but quite tanky himself. Should be fine.
Man, that is crazy. I tell you that, you know, bouncing balls are very effective when you take them on land, but when you place them all over the sea, the balls don't bounce there. So that is something that is really playing very effective coming in from ONIC, or AP BREN rather, as the first Lord of the game is
maximizing their lineup and their strength. And they're not even the ones with the Kufra, they're against it.
You got to say, so much pressure here in the jungle against ONIC Philippines, and they're really making them work, even just for these buffs, right? that's something that's kind of happened. And this was very apparent even back in the run for ISF for AP BREN, because they seem to have mastered this transition from that early to mid game, especially leading into the First Lord. And that's always where I feel like going up against AP BREN, teams have to find that challenge out. How do we maintain the early game? How do we get it so either we're toe-to-toe, if not have an advantage against AP BREN into the First Lord? ONIC Philippines, unfortunately, was not able to do that. They should make quick work of this Lord, though. They are slowly but surely getting further and further away in terms of economy here, and that is the trouble part. Now they try to hold on. They hold on to the tier 2 for now. Unless they press the situation, it's better if they don't. They have a lot of ground to cover.
Hans, what's the condition right now for ONIC? How do they come back here?
I mean, for ONIC, you just have to just let Rapidoot do his thing, right? Rapidoot, for us, some time we've seen him try to unleash those Tyrant's Revenge and Rages, and you also have Escalera to just deal the necessary amount of sustain whenever it's needed. However, if you're starting to look at AP BREN, they're starting to build a commendable amount of gold lead. Almost an entirely full build already coming in from Super Marco. He has secured a bunch of items already with the Wind of Nature as a defensive mechanism. Meanwhile, for ONIC Philippines, we're starting to see that Ryzen, even though he's 0-3 and 0 now, he decides to build up more on those defensive items just so he can last more in terms of team fights. It's going to be a problem for ONIC Philippines once AP BREN just doesn't have half the damage left, or at least 25% of their HP left, because that's the time where Martes or Ryzen will come in, and once that doesn't happen, it's going to be difficult for them to execute and get back in this game.
The lack of magic damage as well from ONIC hurts, ironically enough, that only is a Talisman and a Truncheon for Escalera, and it's gotten to the point where Few actually has also built a Lightning Truncheon. So I know there's a conversation going around about what they call the quote-unquote only cooldown gourd. Actually, what Few did here for the emblems goes against that. He went for Life Drain, and he went for Thrill as well, if I'm not mistaken, for adaptive attack. He didn't go for the cooldown reduction, but he adjusted it in his item build. That's where he got the cooldown reduction from. He has an Enchanted Talisman after he built the Winter Truncheon, and now he has a Lightning Truncheon as well, so that's around 30-35% cooldown reduction.
Not to mention, I was also wondering why they didn't pick up the Novaria and went for the Gourd instead, because we are usually, we are so used to seeing the Kadita and Novaria being combined together, right?
That's so
but
true.
Instead, this time, they went for the Gourd just because it already has the stun. It also has a very proactive approach towards the team fights, because you have stun, you have vision all the time, and you also have the ultimate just in case you want to go. So it's not just vision, it's also the rest of the members just trying to clear it in, but so far this is the way for them to start. Ogwin is down.
Okay, we missed what happened there. Ogwin being out of the picture is big here for ONIC Philippines as they try to contest this next Lord. They're going to be fighting up forward. Conceal goes in. Cram going to jump in right on Few. Few going to be in trouble dealing with this Terizla. Has to get taken down there. They're trying to hold it on for this Lord. Still going to be going flat. TZ force out. It's secured by nets. The Mystic Gush comes through, pushing Escalera back. Can they convert this, though? ONIC has the Lord. They only lost one, so in terms of the trade, it was 2 for 1, but they got the Lord.
You mentioned that earlier, Hans. Rapidoot, let him do his thing. And alongside another member of ONIC, it slipped my mind who it was he was with. I believe it was Nets. They were able to find the guy. They found Ogwin, and that gave AP BREN a difficult time to position for that Lord.
Also, very commendable initiation coming in from Cram. Even though he was brought down, he gave Few a hard time to go ahead and initiate, use the ultimate coming in from the Gourd to just dish a ton amount of damage. And ONIC manages to secure the objective. This is the reason why you give Nets a hero that is very good in terms of like clearing out the major objectives. In terms of turrets, in terms of the major objectives such as the Lord, he is very well commended. Nice torn apart memory as well into unleashing upon the other members, but a fight again.
They're going to go again. Few flickering in, trying to get that kill. They are going to get the Netherrealm out. These could be in trouble. Nets will fall. Finding the perfect target. Still, Escalera will fall as well. Make it 3 as Cram falls in the mid lane too. Looking for more. Rapidoot on the run. He's going to get retribution. Can't escape this. It's too much. He flickers out, trying to stay alive. and will get whittled down
good.
before taken out by Super Marco.
Quick feet, a movement, that's the story of AP BREN in this matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, rotations, we have backline access, whatever you call it. Paquito is just going to be right behind them when they tend to initiate. There's going to be 4 members initially, but from that on, once the ultimates are being exhausted, it's just like this.
Marco going in with a blazing duet, able to get the kill they were
Oh
looking
my.
for. That's the pressure. Now working on this bottom lane base turret. They take that out. Looks like AP BREN's going to be happy about it. And you were talking about it there, Hands. You see that that exchange. The slow coming out, whether that's Few, worked with Ogwin with the burst, and then here comes Super Marco with the blazing duet. It folds, it overlaps so well there.
Yeah, and it hurts if you're an ONIC fan here, and for ONIC, because they did one of the key things they needed to do to
Right.
retake control of this game, which was you win the Lord, and you win the first Lord of the game, or second Lord of the game, and then you build something off of that. They were trying to find something in the mid lane, but then AP BREN just caught them off guard. You said feet work, Hans? Well, they did, AP BREN, some really great feet work, avoiding as well the entry of Rapidude. He ended up clapping the wall because of
man.
how well AP BREN avoided him.
And to add to everyone's point, like, did you guys see the gold of Flap TZ at this point? Like, he was second
He's
to the
rich.
gold laner. He was second. Yeah, he's basically rich.
Oh, wow.
You know, and he's richer than all 5 members coming in from the side of ONIC. That's how very well and calculated. He's trying to push all the minion waves. He's basically just giving out and dishing out the turret damage, split pushes, but now they're seen.
Okay, Ogwin gonna find Cram, gets the flicker out, still gonna be working on this Lord. Flap TZ trying to help zone control here. Conceal play coming through. They're gonna find Nets. Actually there, the flicker comes in from Rapidu, gonna find the Rage. Still, can they get the Lord they're looking for? Rapidu will find it, secured by Ryzen though. Can they stay alive? Double kill for Super Marco. Nets trying to help out here. Ryzen will fall as well. 3 down. Make it 4 as Cram will get taken out as well. Although he tries, it's a maniac for Super Marco.
Call him Super Maniac at this point. What a turnaround by APB. Rapidude could only find Kyle TZ, but at that point the Lord was way too high. They didn't need to worry about it.
This is now the major point, and they're about to finish this game.
They're looking to punch this one in, and Nets trying to buy as much time as he can. Immortality will be popped with the full waves here. Rapidude is up, but he's not going to be enough. And AP BREN will secure game 1.
A little bit of magic coming from APB to turn it around just when ONIC thought it was their time to turn it around.
That was a magnificent play coming in from the side of AP BREN. They had access over at front and even at the back. It was just, you know, Flap TZ looming around the corner, trying to find for ways for them to just run out of energy, run out of gas. And then it was Flap TZ's turn. Okay.